Welcome to Mana TV. So today's you are live with the Murali with the Guru on tax filing and the IRS related topics, and majorly we are going to discuss today CARE Acts. So about all these topics we are going to discuss with the Guru Dorsala. He's one of the most famous tax filer, the CPA. Mostly have like more than 10 years experience in this industry. He have almost dealt with the more than 1,000 matters on the tax, IRS tax. So we are going to discuss about the CARE Act first, and later we are going to discuss the general topics about the IRS taxation. So Guru Garu, welcome to Guru Mana TV. Guru Garu, how are you doing?
Namaskaram, Murali Garu. I'm doing good. Hi, Mana TV viewers. Myself, Guru. So,
yeah, as you know, there are a lot of things going on with due to the COVID-19. So probably, do you have any updates on the latest US tax updates? Do you have any updates on for 2020 is a very crazy year because of this COVID?
Yeah, certainly 2020 is the craziest year I have seen ever. So firstly, let me give some information about latest updates from IRS and what taxpayers need to do. Mainly, July 15th is the deadline for tax filing. So the general deadline was April 15th. Regularly, we get every tax year. But this year, because of COVID, CARE Act they extended to July 15th. So individual and C corporations need to file by July 15th, or they can still extend their tax filings to October 15th, but they have to pay the taxes. And even first quarter and the second quarter of 2020 taxes must be paid by July 15th. And moreover, individuals, they can contribute to IRA, HSA, and if they have not done any IRA plans, they can do by July 15th, because April 15th is extended to July 15th. So coming to the COVID Act, the stimulus checks are already gone to millions of taxpayers, and everybody reach to IRS if they have not received. They got because the stimulus check they are basing out for 2018-19 tax filing. They are issuing the stimulus checks to the individuals, and that is also it's already issued to most of the taxpayers. There are some eligibility criteria. Somebody may have that why I have not received a stimulus check, because they may be on H1 or L1. If they are filing married filing jointly with wife 18, they are not going to get. And also with the kid, if they are 17 plus or 18, they are now also not getting the stimulus checks. So those are the points they need to keep it in mind if they are thinking about a stimulus check. And also their income levels. So more than 200K, they are not going to get if their AGI total income. And individuals more than 75, they are also not getting. But there is a phase out limitation. So 5% of the AGI they get reduction. Say for example, their income is 170K. So 20,000 times 5% is $1,000. So if they are supposed to get 2,400 for married filing jointly, they get only 1,400. So those are the calculators you can use in online also, and you can reach where your tax experts or your tax preparers for any more assistance. So coming to the another biggest benefit our government did under CARE Act, which is payroll forgiveness and protection program. So actually that is the deadline. Tomorrow is the last date for paycheck program. So if anybody not filed or not got their loan, they can rush and get it. So moreover, self-employed also can get, and PPP plan mainly for payroll utilization for the business, and also they can use for utility, rent, and mortgage interest. So 60-40% ratio. So they are getting the forgiveness option, Murali.
Yeah. So Guru, కొన్ని టిప్స్ చెప్పండి. 2019 ట్యాక్స్ సేవ్ చేయడానికి రకరకాల ఇష్యూస్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి ఈ ఇయర్. సో కొన్ని మంచి టిప్స్ చెప్పి మన వాళ్ళందరికీ కొంచెం we need to save some money. Do you have any?
Certainly, Murali garu. Mainly, see, 2019, now we can't do much tax planning, to be frank, because we are almost in June and July. It has to be before December for any tax planning, real, and if they want to really save money in the point of tax reduction. So, what we can do, taxpayers, while 401k, employees, W2 employees, they can do more 401k contribution. 19,500 for 2019, they can do the contribution limit, and 7,000 for HSA. If they are in high deductible plan, they can do the 7,000 contribution for the family. Even if they are not done before, still they have time to do the HSA contribution. July 15th is the deadline. And no, if anybody not covered on any of 401k because of their employer not providing, or they don't have option, they can do IRA and they can reduce their taxes. And mana taxpayers, most of them from different countries, but India, US are major part. I would like to highlight a couple of points. So చాలా మందికి they might have the bank accounts, properties back in India. If they are selling those properties, or if they have a lot of questions like how to report, what are all need to consider for tax filing, is there any double taxation? So all these points may come to the picture. But see, in the between US India, there is a treaty benefit, so there is no double taxation. If you are paying any taxes for any foreign country, you can take the deduction here as a credit. So we can definitely look into in detail. And moreover, Murali, I want to just highlight that we are not giving any tax suggestions right away. It's only knowledge purpose we are doing it. Each person situation may differ, right? Each business is different. Each individual have different questions or different incomes, deductions. So we can't directly, whatever points we are discussing, it can't be suit for them directly. So they better they discuss with their professionals like me. They can sit and closely work on those.
So Guru, can you explain about something like IRA and HSA? Can we still contribute for 2019 the HSA and IRA?
Yes, Murali, we have time till July 15th. So they can do the traditional IRA. Traditional IRA is a pre-tax deduction.
Can you little bit explain like IRA? What is IRA? What is HSA?
It's a retirement account. If your employer not provided any 401k or any other retirement options, so you can always look for you can do the contribution to IRA, traditional IRA, that can save your taxes. That will reduce your taxable income. Looks like some caller is there, only we can.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Andy.
చెప్పండి.
నా పేరు గిరి అండి. నా క్వశ్చన్ PPP గురించి అండి, PPP లోన్ గురించి.
చెప్పండి గిరి గారు.
My question is, I'm working as an independent contractor అండి. As of now, I have my project. And it is going to be over in another 2 to 3 weeks. But just because I'm on project, I have my own LLC. I'm not running any payroll. It's a simple single member LLC. So can I apply for this PPP file? I mean, tomorrow is the last date, I know that. So yes, if my contract is over, can I apply for PPP?
Yes, still, first of all, PPP అనేది మన కోవిడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ వల్ల ఇంపాక్ట్ అయిన వాళ్ళ కోసం మెయిన్లీ PPP. సో ఎస్పెషల్లీ మీరు సోల్ ప్రొపరేటర్ కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ విత్ జీరో పేరోల్స్, సో స్టిల్ యూ కెన్ డూ యూ కెన్ అప్లై ఫర్ PPP. సో మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే 2019 యూ నీడ్ టు ఫైల్ యువర్ టాక్సెస్ క్విక్లీ. with the
I
Schedule
done
C.
that. I done that. I schedule C లో ఉంది అమౌంట్. సో ఐఎమ్ ఎలిజిబుల్. బట్ ఏంటంటే ఇప్పుడు దాకా బ్రేక్ లేదు కదా, ఇంపాక్ట్ కాలేదని చెప్పి అప్లై చేయలేదు.
సో అది గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్ అండి. మీకు ఇంపాక్ట్ అయిందా కాలేదా అనేది కోవిడ్ నా ఉద్దేశం, నా పర్సనల్ ఒపీనియన్, అనదర్ 6 months ఇట్ విల్ బి బిగ్ టైమ్. బికాస్ ఇంతవరకు జరిగిన పరిణామాల కన్నా ఇంకా ముందు జరిగే పరిణామాలు ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. ప్లస్ మనకు బిజినెస్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ లైక్ రెస్టారెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఆల్ లింక్డ్ కదండి. సో వన్ బై వన్. సో ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్ లో ఈవెన్ SBI clearly says they are not going to check whether you are impacted or not. If small businesses are eligible, you can apply it. So my suggestion, you go ahead and apply it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Giri garu.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. So, Guru, so as Giri's question, so ఎవరైనా అంటే రేపటితో లాస్ట్ డేట్, కానీ సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్స్ కూడా అప్లై చేయొచ్చు అంటారు. హీ లుక్స్ లైక్ ఎ సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్.
సోల్ ప్రొప్రైటర్. ఈవెన్ వాళ్ళకు LLC లేకున్నా కూడా if they are getting 1099, they are considered self-employed, Murali. If they are filing Schedule C in the 1040, it's a part of their business. So they can apply it. The rules vachesi they can apply up to 2.5 times of their net profit. So net profit, say for example 10,000 ankondi, 10,000 times 12. So 12 whatever the result, under 2.5 times, roughly 10 weeks of profit they get it. So 10 weeks of profit, they can apply for forgiveness also. So that is the advantage having applying through self-employed.
Okay. So coming to the previous point, IRA and HSA. So can IRA HSA గురించి ఒకసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయండి. ఎవరు బెనిఫిట్ అవుతారు, అసలు ఎవరెవరు చేయొచ్చు? IRA అనేది ఓన్లీ బిజినెస్ పీపుల్ కైనా, ఇన్ జనరల్ నార్మల్ any employee, anybody can do
mainly any employee, W2 employee, if they are not covered under their employer program, or if they don't have any employer programs in their W2, if they observe, it will be a marked retirement plan. If that is marked, they can't apply, they can't contribute to IRA. If that is not there, even though they contributed, if that is marked and even though they contributed $1, still they can't do the traditional IRA for the year. So traditional IRA, it's moreover pre-tax, completely pre-tax deduction. So if they are not covered under any plans, like any retirement plans, that is the plan you can open yourself through any of the financial instrument. So and you can contribute up to $6,000 per person.
What is this 401k? Like 401k also the retirement benefit. So what is the difference between 401k and the IRA and HSA, like these three?
So it's a see, 401k, it's depend on your employer. It has to provided by your employer or the providing the HR services under it will come. So you can't control 401k whether you can do more contribution or you can't do any control through normal through your bank funding and all. It has to go through with your paycheck. So 401k, the main difference is the 401k is the employer matching programs may be there. So that's the reason they have controlled plan. And IRA is it's a open market. You can apply with any Vanguard, Fidelity, whichever provider give more good service to you. You can go and apply for IRA. And HSA, moreover, you have to have covered under high deductible plan. So my suggestion, HSA is a good plan. If you get a chance, or if your employer given that option, go for HSA. Up to 7,000 you can contribute to for your family.
Basically, health saving account. So
yeah, health savings account.
Okay, so
you get a pre-tax deduction now, and you can use for medical purpose, medical expenses. Say you had 40,000, 50,000 fund in HSA when you are old. You can use for any surgery also, because you already got the tax benefit.
Okay, so అంటే హెల్త్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ లేకపోయినా హెచ్ఎస్ఏ ఉండొచ్చా, లేకపోతే కంపల్సరీ హెల్త్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఉంటేనే మీకు హెచ్ఎస్ఏ అకౌంట్ తీసుకోవాలా?
గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్. మళ్ళీ హెచ్ఎస్ఏలో హై డిడక్టబుల్ ప్లాన్ ఉంటేనే ఎలిజిబిలిటీ.
సో ఆల్రెడీ ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ఉండాలి, ఉండి హై డిడక్టబుల్ ఉంటే దే ఆర్ ఎలిజిబుల్.
కరెక్ట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రూల్ యాక్చువల్లీ టు సేవింగ్స్.
సో మీరు అన్నట్టు ఇప్పుడు 401k ఎంప్లాయర్ బేస్డ్ అన్నారు. సో ఐఆర్ఏ మాత్రం ఈవెన్ W2 వాళ్ళు చేయొచ్చు. సో
ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ కవర్డ్ అండర్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ రిటైర్మెంట్, సే మీకు టూ ఎంప్లాయర్స్ ఉన్నారు, ఒక ఎంప్లాయర్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేశాడు, ఇంకొక ఎంప్లాయర్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయలేదు, బట్ స్టిల్ ఇన్ దట్ ఇయర్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ ఎలిజిబుల్ ఫర్ ద ట్రెడిషనల్ ఐఆర్. Roth IRA is a post-tax deduction. Whether if you want to invest in Roth, you can invest in Roth. So those are the instruments will help to bring the taxes down. Or some other investments, say inka you had capital gains, for example. There is a investment called opportunity zone. So since from 2018, after Trump, actually they introduced opportunity zones. So the beauty of that plan is, say you had capital gains, any capital gains, not only stocks or home or anything. So you can invest and you can defer the taxes. So if you invest in opportunity zone, so within the eligibility period, then you can claim, you can defer the capital gain taxes for that year. And even if you, based on the plans, if they give you a good rate of interest, and if they have if they created a good plan like 7 to 10 years, if you invest in those instruments, even entire capital gains are taxed. So that is one good opportunity if you had huge capital gains for the year. But 2020 only we can plan now, because it's almost 90 days. So we can only plan for 2020, not for 2019.
సో ఇవన్నీ అంటే ముందే అకౌంట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Yeah. So it time takes because paperwork plus they need to verify your information. All this will take time.
Okay. Guru, so coming to the stimulus checks, stimulus packages. So because of the COVID, ఈసారి స్టిమ్యులస్ ప్యాకేజ్ ఇచ్చారు మనకి ఫస్ట్ టైం. అసలు ఈ స్టిమ్యులస్, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ స్టిమ్యులస్ ప్యాకేజ్ అండ్ ఎన్నిసార్లు ఇస్తున్నారు, ఎవరెవరు ఎలిజిబుల్ గా ఉంటారు దీనికి?
ఎకనామికల్ స్టిమ్యులస్ చెక్ అంటే ఎకానమీని బూస్ట్ చేయడానికి యాక్చువల్ గా స్టిమ్యులస్ చెక్స్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు. ప్లస్ అదే కోవిడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అయిన వాళ్ళకి ఇట్స్ ఎ స్మాల్ రిలీఫ్ ఫర్ ఇండివిజువల్స్, బికాస్ PPP for small business owners, and there are some lending options are there for big firms. So mana individuals matramu government they are helping through stimulus check if their income below 75,000 per single, say they're not married, they're single, if they are eligible below 75, they get full payment, which is 1,200 per person. They get the stimulus check. And if it is a married filing jointly, 150,000, so they can get 2,400. So whatever above the 150 to 198, there is a reduction in the stimulus check based on the percentage. So if they have not received, because they may be H1, they are here, wife is 18, they are not eligible. If they're students, they're filing here. Kontamandi emayindante by mistakenly they got the stimulus check. So better you return the stimulus check right away, because they are not eligible. Only eligible people, if the wife and husband they are fully a resident here, or green card holder or citizens, they have SSNs. If they received, yes. Say students, if they have received by mistakenly, because they filing as a 1040 regular 1040, they are supposed to file 1040 NR because they are non-resident aliens still. They are on F1 visa. They get eligibility of residential status after 5 years. So we have to You have to consider all these points and think whether you received the stimulus check properly, or if anything by mistakenly received, immediately please write to IRS and return the check.
సో ఓకే గురు, మీరు అన్నట్లు స్టూడెంట్స్ ఎలిజిబుల్ కాదంటున్నారు అంటే ఓన్లీ సో ది బేసిక్ ఎవరైతే ఎస్ఎస్ఎన్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎవరైనా అప్లై చేయొచ్చు దీనికి, కానీ బై లా ప్రకారం ఎవరైతే వర్క్ చేస్తారో వాళ్ళు ఎలిజిబుల్ మీరు అనే దాని ప్రకారం.
వీసా స్టేటస్, రెసిడెన్షియల్ స్టేటస్ ఉండాలి యుఎస్ లో.
ఓకే, అంటే స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా కొంతమంది ఓపీటీ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తుంటారు, సిపిటి మీద వర్క్ చేస్తుంటారు.
లేదు, దే ఆర్ స్టిల్ అండర్ నాన్ రెసిడెంట్ ఏలియన్స్ కేటగిరీ.
Okay, so students, even though while work చేస్తున్నా, they are not eligible to take this stimulus package.
Exactly. కొంతమంది ఎందుకు వచ్చింటారు ఈ స్టిమ్యులస్ చెక్ అంటే, వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు 1040 ఎన్ఆర్ ఫైల్ చేయాల్సిన ప్లేస్ లో దే ఆర్ ఫైలింగ్ 1040 రెగ్యులర్ ఫైలింగ్, which leads to IRS systems, and they are getting stimulus checks, which is not correct. So atla by mistake ochinte, please return the checks. There are some instructions. You can write a check, and if you have received any letters, and you can return them. Or if you receive direct deposit, also you have to write personal checks or DD తీసుకొని you can return it. So those are the options.
But Guru, CPT, OPT వాళ్ళు కూడా అంటే they are paying taxes, right? So why they are not eligible? Like they are already paying taxes for their salaries.
They are paying only income tax, Murali. They are not paying FICA taxes, Social Security, Medicare. They are not paying.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So all OPT, CPT students should be careful on this part.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know, Guru. This is very, very important thing. So coming to the stimulus check. So
and also I will give another information, Murali. సో చాలా మంది మనోళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ H1 వస్తానే అప్రూవ్ అయితేనే దే కమ్ అలోన్, రైట్? సింగిల్ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ సెటప్ చేసుకొని దెన్ దే బ్రింగ్ దేర్ ఫ్యామిలీ హియర్. ఫర్ దెమ్ ఆల్సో చాలా మందికి తెలియక దే ఆర్ ఫైలింగ్ యాజ్ ఎ సింగిల్, విచ్ ఇస్ దే ఆర్ లూజింగ్ ద బెనిఫిట్స్. సో దే కెన్ ఫైల్ మ్యారీడ్ ఫైలింగ్ జాయింట్లీ ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ ఎలిజిబుల్ ఫర్ ద ఇయర్. They can get married filing jointly deductions. So that is a huge deduction. Those are the benefits. And tax brackets are also elaborate.
So even the dependent India lo undanukunnam, example they are
wife. Let's put it right way. Wife only. Say they are considered as a co-applicant.
Right. So
but
wife
not kids.
India lo undanukunnam. So are they eligible still?
Yes. If this person, the H1 holder or L1 holder who traveled here in US, if they lived in this country more than 183 days, they can choose and file resident return. So when they choose the residence return, but the couple of points they need to keep it in mind. Worldwide income is taxable, and even the wife working in India, they are supposed to disclose all the income because they are considering as a marriage filing jointly and taking all the MFJ benefits out of the US tax. So taking those benefits, they need to report all worldwide income, and also they need to disclose FBAR, foreign bank account report also they need to report. But how they can include the wife is they can apply ITIN number. So if they are not able to apply for SSN, they can get ITIN number and file the taxes. So those are the advantage. I think చాలా మంది మిస్ అవుతుంటారు ఆ పాయింట్. They are filing as a single and they are losing the benefit.
But how they can file? Because if the wife is in India and different country, how they have they don't have even the TIN number, right? Or tax ID.
Yeah. That is the beauty of IRS. Worldwide income is taxable, but they are giving some options like wife you can elect as co-applicant for your taxes, and you can file even though she is not even travel. Yeah.
One caller, Chaudhary. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Chaudhary. Are you on the line? So, Guru, so how many times this stimulus check going to issue? Like a couple of we are getting calls like every time. there are a couple of stimulus package in the market. I mean,
yeah, second stimulus check vastundi. There are plans, but still that is not in the active mode, Murali. That may come after July 4th or sometime. They are planning to
it is same kind of a stimulus package.
Yeah, similarly, it's similarly same set of rules maybe apply or maybe different. So PPP loan kuda nenu cheptunnanu kada, every week rules got changed. So there is another loan called EIDL, that is also economical disaster loan. So first 2 million daka loan istamannaru, now they modified to 150k. So and also that is a good loan, another option, but it is a completely loan, not forgivable. PPP loan is forgivable. PPP loan lo, and especially the loan must be used for payroll, Murali. All the grants must be used in the good faith, and spending on the non-allowed, they have to return back. Like if they are not able to forgivable, they need to return the funds with the interest rate. So interest rate is up to 1% of the interest we may apply on the funds.
Sure. We have one more caller. Hello, Chaudhary. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So today, basically, the purpose of whole meeting, we are going to discuss the PPP plan, the CARE Acts. So, Chappalli Guru was laid the CARE Acts and the first time I ratam. The Guruji koncham elaborate chesapagalra.
Yeah, definitely, Gandhi. Small business owners ki help cheyadaniki government they issued they created this program. Any business before February 15th, if they are in the operations, they can apply for the PPP loan, and they are getting this loan is completely forgivable also, because forgiveness applies to 100%, and the entire amount, there is no double dip. Like mere expenses, whatever expenses are able to forgivable, forgiveness లో అప్లై చేశారో అవన్నీ కూడా మనము డబుల్ డిప్ డిడక్షన్ తీసుకోకూడదు taxes లో. So those are the major important points we need to keep it in mind utilizing the PPP loan or applying for the PPP loan. So and take it very seriously. This is not like joke, because there are some guys, they are behind the bars now. You might have seen the news. Because they are not supposed to get the PPP loan, but they applied huge money and they got it, and they are in the trouble now. So SBI loans are always serious ga teesukovali, Murali garu.
So CARE Act ante asalu exactly ante ఇది already existing లానా లేకపోతే just for the COVID purpose create చేసిందా?
It's mainly for COVID purpose, Murali. It's not created before. ఎందుకంటే మొత్తం వరల్డ్ they got affected, and US they are able to sustain because of all this relief. The CARE Act, under CARE Act, PPP loan vastundi, EIDL vastundi, stimulus checks are under CARE Act, and you can rehire your employees. So all these will come under the CARE Act, mainly protecting the employees from unemployment and encouraging small business to not fire their employees. So those are the major points under CARE Act.
సో ఇందులో ఎవరెవరు అప్లై చేయొచ్చు అండి? ఏ టైప్ వాళ్ళు దీంట్లో ఈ లోన్ కి అప్లై చేసుకోవచ్చు?
Yeah, mainly the eligibility వచ్చేసి small business defined 500 employees or less than 500 employees, and self-employed also they can apply. కొంతమంది S corp undi, they are not running payrolls, they are not eligible. If they are running the payroll, yes, you can apply for the PPP loan, or EIDL. Another option is there, that is you have time till September 30th. So EIDL loan ఏమంటే it's not it's a loan, you have to pay back 30 years term, సో అది కూడా మోర్ ఓవర్ పీపీపీ లాగానే ఇట్స్ సపోర్టివ్ లోన్. అండ్ పీపీపీలో మెయిన్లీ ద పాయింట్ హియర్ ఈజ్ you can cover all your payroll costs like wages, commissions, tips, leave, healthcare, or any state or local taxes. All will come under payroll cost. Non-payroll cost ఏమేవి మనం తీసుకోవచ్చు అంటే rent, utilities, mortgage interest you are paying for office purpose, or any loan interest you are paying for business purpose if you have taken like credit line interest. So ఇవన్నీ కూడా those are other cost you can add under your payroll protection program. So forgiveness compute చేసేటప్పుడు payroll కింద mortgage మనం, so the way you need to think payroll cost first, all employees salaries, but there is a limitation up to 100K per employee you can apply for forgiveness, not more than that. మనకు పేరోల్ సో ఫండ్ ఉంది కదా అని వీ కాంట్ అప్లై ఫర్ మోర్, వీ కాంట్ రన్ ఫర్ మోర్ పేరోల్. సో దోస్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. యూ నీడ్ టు follow the rules, guidelines, and maintain your payrolls, maintain your employees to get forgiveness completely. So mainly payroll cost will come, mortgage interest, rent or lease comes, utilities comes. So after that you need to, whether if you received EIDL ఏం చేశారంటే అడ్వాన్స్ పేమెంట్ చేశారు బిఫోర్ up to $10,000. they all small business owners, if they applied EIDL, they got the up to 10,000, but each if they have less than 10 employees, each employee got $1,000. So అది కూడా రిడక్షన్ చేసి then we have to apply for forgiveness. So forgiveness చేయడానికి they are getting time. They have 2 periods. One is 8-week period or 24 weeks, whichever they can choose any one, and they can apply it. So ఎప్పుడు అప్లై చేయొచ్చు ఫర్గివ్నెస్ అంటే ఆఫ్టర్ 20 whatever the period, you get 10 months of time to apply with your bank, your lender.
So the foreign subsidiaries kuda eligible ena PP loan?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Murali. Foreign subsidiaries kuda apply cheyochu, but mainly only the payroll for US employees. Well, US employees unte they can apply it and they can get it.
So ante ela US applies ante మీరు అంటే can you elaborate little bit more?
అంటే నేను చెప్పాను కదా 500 employees threshold undi, if they are eligible for all the SBA guidelines, they can get the forgiveness, complete payroll forgiveness. All the rules are same.
So okay, only US employees untene daniki.
It's completely for US employees. Even the application clearly says it's only for US source utilization, like any utility bill gaani even kuda US point of view, US side lone undali, not outside US.
So self ఈ PPP loan ki self employed ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కూడా eligible?
Yeah, eligible. So
వాళ్ళ eligibility ని ఎలా అంటే eligible కానీ how they are eligible?
గుడ్ క్వశ్చన్. సో ఎలిజిబుల్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు చాలా మందికి నేను సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయిడా కాదా అని కూడా క్వశ్చన్ ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ చాలా మంది ప్రిపేరర్ మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి ఉంటారు. మురళి, దే ఆర్ నాట్ ఈవెన్ చెక్ దేర్ ట్యాక్స్ రిటర్న్స్. నేను చాలా మందిని చూశాను. బట్ మా ఫార్మ్ అయితే వి గో విత్ ద ఫార్మ్స్ అండ్ వీల్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్, ఇది నీ సిచ్యువేషన్, ఇది దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అని. బట్ ఎనీవే, కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. స్కెడ్యూల్ సి అని ఫైల్ చేసి ఉంటాయి ఇన్ యువర్ 1040, ఎనీ స్కెడ్యూల్ సి which is profitable, negative కాదు, ప్రాఫిట్ ఉంటే, if it is a business running up and running business, or like మన కాలర్ వచ్చారు కదా, తను చెప్పినట్టుగా even though he is working for some project and the project may close soon, but still he is eligible because 2019 they are basing out. If you had income profit, net profit in 2019, you can apply for the PPP loan for self-employed.
సో ఈ ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అంటే రకరకాల సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్ కానివ్వండి, WTOs కానివ్వండి, సో వీళ్ళు అసలు ఏంటి మెయిన్ గా ఏ విధమైనటువంటి డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ వీళ్ళు సబ్మిట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది గవర్నమెంట్ కి?
మెయిన్ PPP లోన్ త్రూ బ్యాంక్, మురళి గారు, దే ఆర్ అప్లైయింగ్ ఇట్. banks have certain rules and regulations, and they needed a copy of 1040 Schedule C if it is a self-employed to apply for PPP. Because only manaku one day undi kabatti, so if they needed to apply, they can apply it if they are self-employed, or even though you are doing business under LLC as a sole proprietor, you can apply it if your business is under profit. So coming to the other businesses, there are all good documents అయితే చాలా మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి Murali. They need to provide 941s and bank statements. Lender list ఉంటుంది. Lender list prakaram they can apply it and get it.
Okay, so coming to the forgiveness, say PPP forgiveness anedi asli ela ante how people are having a different opinions about this forgiveness. So forgiveness అనేది రావాలి అంటే it's all by default ఇది forgiveness లేకపోతే doing the government whoever appointed that case, they need to analyze how the government is decided forgiveness.
Yeah, forgiveness అనేది once you got PPP మీకు అట్లే forgiveness రాదండి. Even the self-employed కానీ లేదా మీరు any other small business owners, there is a form from the lender, from the banker, 3508 and a form only. You have to apply through that to get the forgiveness approval. Lender will determine whether you are eligible or you followed all the parameters and you have provided all the documents. Then once they satisfied and they submit with required department, then the funds will be applied for forgiveness.
So is there any deadline to apply this? What is the form you said?
3508.
3508. So is it by default they applied through the application, or is it a separate form everybody need to?
Yes, Murali. It is a separate form. The period, 8 weeks period or 20 weeks period after, they can apply for the forgiveness, or the day from day the funds are utilized completely for the payroll, they can immediately also apply and they can get the approval. But they have time after even the period of 8 weeks or 24 weeks, they can apply the forgiveness 10 months time ఉంటుంది వాళ్ళకి. 10 months locally they can apply and get the approval. But mainly documents, 10 months from the day, period of 10 months.
So 10 months ఉంటుంది. Okay, no problem. So even though ఈ period complete కాకపోయినా కానీ they still have 10 more months to forgiveness.
It's not a hurry, so but we do it very properly. So we have to provide a lot of information. If it is a self-employed, it's simple form because you don't have employees, you are just self-employed, you got your PPP straight line and they can calculate the information and you get forgiveness upfront. But employees only different payrolls, different pay periods untai, you have to provide a lot of information. And also SBI guidelines prakaramu, so more than 2 million loan ఏమన్నా వచ్చి ఉంటే మన PPP under వాళ్ళకి audit is mandatory for them, so they need to be ready with the financials, audited financials submit చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే, సో మీరు అన్నారు ఫస్ట్ 500 ఎంప్లాయీస్ లోపు ఉన్న వాళ్ళే ఈ లోన్ కి ఎలిజిబుల్ అన్నారు.
కరెక్ట్.
అండ్ దట్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ 500 ఎంప్లాయీస్, 2 million పేరోల్ కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎలిజిబుల్ కాదు.
లేదు, 2 million అబోవ్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకి ఆడిట్ ట్రయల్ ఉంటుంది.
Audit.
Yeah, they have to properly maintain the financials and they need to provide a lot of information.
So only condition is the 500 employees లోపు ఉన్న వాళ్ళే అప్లై చేయాలి.
That called small business.
So big business కూడా ఏమన్నా గురుగారు అంటే ఓన్లీ నాట్ ఓన్లీ స్మాల్ బిజినెస్, బిగ్ బిజినెస్ కూడా ఏమైనా ప్యాకేజెస్ ఇచ్చారా? లైక్ 1,500 employees.
Yeah, there are some other lending programs for them. they can apply from 200 to 300 million also they can apply for the loan.
Is it forgiveness?
No, no. Loan, it's completely loan. It's a lending program.
Lending program, but there is some interest.
Yeah. They have to follow the regulations and they can apply for the loan. But terms avani koncham liberal gaane untayi. So those are very good programs. Moreover, more than 1,500 employees in the world, they can apply for that.
సో మనకి క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్స్ అంటే మామూలు బ్యాంక్స్ కూడా ఇస్తుంటాయి మనకి. ఈ బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ అమెరికా కానీ బిగ్ బ్యాంక్స్ అండ్ స్మాల్ బ్యాంక్స్ కూడా మనకి బిజినెస్ లోన్స్ ఇస్తాయి. సో అసలు ఏంటి ఎస్బీఐకి అండ్ ఈ మనకి మామూలుగా ఇచ్చే బ్యాంక్స్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి దానికి దీనికి?
No, under CARE Act, they created a separate program, Murali. Those are completely loan, right? So even credit line, if you utilize properly, it will give you the funding and you can pay back, and without interest or without any other penalties. But for forgiveness and a program, they want to encourage small businesses to keep and retain their employees. That is the motto actually. The main point under the PPP loan to keep the employment and to continue the employment to support the small businesses.
అంటే ఎస్బీఐ వాళ్ళు కూడా ఇస్తుంటారు.
SBA loan is a EIDL loan. That is economical under CARE Act అది కూడా క్రియేట్ చేశారు, PPP and EIDL. But difference ఏంటంటే PPP loan is you can apply for forgiveness, but EIDL is not forgivable and you have to pay 3.75% interest rate. You get a 30 years term loan. So that is the relief. And also the payment will start after 1 year. So those are the advantages. But maximum loan amount is 150K. You get it under EIDL. Even say kontamandiki they might have other loans, they can get EIDL loan and they can pay off the other loans. Mainly for the capital purpose, you can apply for EIDL. Chaala mandi question undachu, I got PPP, can I apply EIDL also? Answer is yes, we can apply for both. So PPP meant for payroll purpose and other cost, and capital expenditure like development of the business, you can use EIDL loans. But completely both will come under business purposes, operational.
SBA అనేది గవర్నమెంట్ ఎంటిటీ. సో ఇది నాట్ ఓన్లీ కేర్ యాక్ట్, అంటే ఇదివరకు కూడా ఆల్రెడీ ఇవి ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఇవి కేర్ కంటే ముందు కూడా ఉన్నాయి.
ఉన్నాయి. SBI always support green card holders and citizens if they are doing if they started business or if they acquired businesses, they are lending the businesses. But under CARE Act, they elaborated a little more and availability funds available for to protect the employees.
ఏ బేసిస్ చేసుకొని యూజువల్ గా ఎస్బీఐ వాళ్ళు లోన్స్ ఇస్తుంటారు అంటే, అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద కేర్ యాక్ట్ అండ్ ద పీపీపీ, ఈ ఎస్బీఐ నుంచి లోన్ తీసుకోవాలనుకునేవాళ్ళు అంటే వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్, అంటే ఏం చూపించాల్సి ఉంటుంది ప్రైమరీ?
No, mainly financials. They work like a lenders bank, like banks etla loans chestaru ade vidhanga SBI, but there are certain rules. Mainly eligibility criteria vachesi you have to be citizen or green card holder in US, and your business should have some history. All this will come to the picture, Murali.
Okay, coming to the PPP expenses forgiveness. So ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ మనం దీంట్లో చూపించవచ్చు ఫర్గివ్నెస్ లోన్ కి?
మెయిన్లీ పేరోల్, తర్వాత రెంట్, యూటిలిటీస్. If you are paying any mortgage interest, then mortgage interest is under forgiveness. This all will come and protect the forgiveness purpose.
So documentation wise, అంటే ఏ విధమైన డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ చూపించాల్సి ఉంటుంది?
Mainly bank statement plus payroll అయితే 941. So and audit and financials minimum you have to better to maintain the financials and you moreover PPP loan na suggestion emante most of funds if you received immediately put it in the separate account, monitor properly whether those funds are properly utilized for payroll and your rent and other utilities, so that way you can measure the forgiveness application properly and you can get the forgiveness. And mainly 6 years minimum you should maintain the records. Anytime SBI or your lender may come back and ask for the documents.
So 6 years period lo eppadaina vallu they can request documentation.
Yes.
సో దాంతో పాటు డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ తో పాటు ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైతే పీపీపీ లోన్ తీసుకుంటామో ఇస్ ఇట్ ట్యాక్స్ డిడక్టబుల్? ఐ మీన్ or do we need to pay tax for the loan?
No. So right, let me put it in different way, Murali. Say PPP loan మీకు 100K వచ్చింది అనుకోండి. సో దెన్ మొత్తం 100K ఫర్గివ్నెస్ అయింది అనుకోండి. ఏంటి ఏమేమి ఫర్గివ్నెస్ అయింది? పేరోల్, సాలరీస్ యూ పే టు యువర్ ఎంప్లాయీస్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ డిడక్టబుల్. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్కమ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ డిడక్టబుల్. సో ఏదైతే ఫర్గివ్నెస్ అయిందో దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ డిడక్టబుల్ as your taxable tax deduction. So indirectly that will be your profit, right? So any expenses, even rent forgiveness low add you got the benefit out of the expense. So you can't take, there is no double dip for the tax deduction. Whatever you got the benefit, whatever you have the forgiveness, so it should not be double dip.
సో కంపల్సరీ ట్యాక్స్ పే చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది దీనికి.
అంటే ఆ ఫర్గివ్నెస్ కి ట్యాక్స్ లేదు, ఆ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ నాట్ కన్సిడర్డ్ యాజ్ డిడక్టబుల్. ఇట్స్ లిటిల్ ట్రిక్కీ టు అండర్స్టాండ్.
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుందాం, ఒక 10,000 ఒక కంపెనీకి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, 10,000 పీపీపీ లోన్ వస్తే, సో వాళ్ళు 10,000కి ట్యాక్స్ అంటే 10,000లో ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ కే ట్యాక్స్ వేస్తారా, లేకపోతే మొత్తం కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ ఎ ప్రాఫిట్?
10,000 సే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు 5,000 పేరోల్ అయింది అనుకోండి, 5,000 పేరోల్ అయింది, మిగతా మనీ లైక్ యూటిలిటీస్ లెట్స్ పుట్ ఇట్ 6,000, 60-40% రేషియోలో 6,000 పేరోల్కి వెళ్ళిపోయింది, మిగతా 4,000 యూ యూటిలైజ్ ఫర్ ద రెంట్, యూటిలిటీస్, రెంట్కి వాడాము. So your 10,000 you applied for the forgiveness, you got approval, done. So whatever you receive 10,000 is not income. Whatever the 10,000 is you got, because those are expenses, right? You got the forgiveness. Those expenses you should not consider as your expenses, tax expenses. So the 10,000 is not income, not expense.
సో మేజర్లీ ఇప్పుడున్న ఈ లోన్ ని అంటే ఏ దేనికి యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు? ఎవరైనా స్మాల్ బిజినెస్ వాళ్ళు లెట్స్ ఒక 100,000 వచ్చింది అనుకున్నాం ఒక కంపెనీకి, సో వాళ్ళు దేనికి యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు దాన్ని, ఆ మనీని?
SBI regulations ప్రకారం 60% if you utilize for payroll and the remaining 40% must be used for defined expenses. Defined expenses లో మెయిన్లీ 401k బెనిఫిట్స్ కావచ్చు, హెల్త్ బెనిఫిట్స్ కావచ్చు, మన రెంట్ అండ్ యూటిలిటీస్ కావచ్చు. సో ఇవన్నీ will come under, but even the 100% also you can use for all these defined expenses, mainly payroll purpose. Payroll protection program mainly for payroll.
So Guru, మన basically IT companies ఉంటాయి. So IT companies mostly consulting firms. Most people have some questions for, they have a lot of concerns because they do the consulting but they run as a full-time payroll. So ఈ consulting companies ki payroll production అనేది reality ga is it illegal to do or not?
As per SBA and payroll PPP loan eligibility criteria లో అట్లేం పెట్టలేదు ఈ ఇండస్ట్రీ వాళ్ళు యూజ్ చేయాలి, ఈ ఇండస్ట్రీ వాళ్ళు అప్లై చేయాలని. Still, నాకు తెలిసి another 126 billions are not is available. Nobody is applied for the funds. So that much you can apply and get it.
Right, but funds available by law prakaram.
Yeah, by law prakaram, if they are not eligible and the guidelines prakaramu వాళ్ళైతే చెప్పలేదు ఐటీ వాళ్ళే అప్లై చేయాలి ఆర్ లైక్ రెస్టారెంట్ వాళ్ళే అప్లై చేయాలని దెర్ ఇస్ నో అట్లేం రిస్ట్రిక్షన్స్ లేవు ప్రస్తుతానికి. Yes, see, you have proper payroll, you're paying payroll taxes, you have employees. If you continued them or if you fired and rehired, if you followed all these rules and regulations, then you are 100% eligible. And banks, they are doing due diligence right before approving it. So themselves, they're verifying your data.
So Guru, let's say example, company 100,000 తీసుకున్నారు అనుకుందాం. సో వాళ్ళకి 100 ఎంప్లాయీస్ లేకపోతే 50 ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉన్నారు అనుకుందాం. సో వాళ్ళు లోన్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు 50 ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉన్నారు, బట్ అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ కొంత ఎంప్లాయీస్ తీసేసారు అనుకుందాం, 45 చేశారు, 50 to 45 employees. So are they still forgivable?
Yeah. Yes, still they're eligible for forgiveness. After 24 weeks, if they rehired the employees and if they pay back or if they hired new employees also, they can apply. So number anedi not only intamun Jan unde Jane ravalanedi ledhu. It's the number of employees in that period. Those are eligible employees, full-time employees, or if they're part-time employees. If you are paying taxes for their Social Security, Medicare, you can still apply forgiveness for them. They're eligible. But there is a reduction. But if you fired more than 25% your employment size, then there is a reduction. But still, you are eligible for forgiveness, but not 100%. You may get part.
So 24 weeks low, they have to rehire. Is it a mandatory or is it okay to?
No, see, rehire means కొన్ని seasonal businesses ఉంటాయి. నాకు ఇప్పుడు అవసరం ఉండకపోయిండొచ్చు as a business, right? Maybe you fired it because of COVID impacted, your business got impacted. Like restaurants, right example, restaurants COVID situation lo March, April lo they fired most of the employees and they rehired the employees and they are doing the payroll. And payroll a PPP loan main base data 2019 based employment payroll data. So based on that, you are getting payroll protection loan. Then if you rehire them and if you continue to pay them, you can apply for the forgiveness.
Good to know, Guru. So ఈ ఓన్లీ పేరోలే కాకుండా దేనికైనా ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా ఈ మార్ట్గేజ్ కే కానివ్వండి మిగతా వాటికి కూడా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అంటారు. ఈ
మార్ట్గేజ్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ బిజినెస్ మార్ట్గేజ్, నాట్ ఫర్ పర్సనల్ మార్ట్గేజ్.
రైట్.
అండ్ సెల్ఫ్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్ లో ఇంకొక పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ దే ఆర్ వర్కింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ హోమ్, రైట్? హోమ్ ఆఫీస్ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ they can apply for the forgiveness. So those will come under.
Okay. సో గురు, బేసిక్ గా ఈ పిపిపి లోన్ లో గవర్నమెంట్ వచ్చేసి అందరి స్మాల్ బిజినెస్ స్కేల్ ని ఎంకరేజ్ చేయడానికి ఈ లోన్ ప్రవేశపెట్టారు. సో ఈ లోన్లు ఎప్పటి వరకు ఉంటాయి, ఎప్పటి వరకు లాస్ట్ డేట్?
Actually tomorrow is the deadline for PPP loan. Hello RK, hello. So to continue your point, tomorrow is the deadline for PPP loan application. September varaku EIDL they can apply it.
Tomorrow is the last date. So tomorrow by 12 o'clock, before the 12 o'clock, everyone need to apply.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming to the other few taxation, foreign taxation. Sure. Can you explain a little bit about the foreign compliance on this
PPP loan. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I think we'll continue.
Yeah.
Foreign compliance గురించి కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తారా దీని PPP లో?
So that is a very good point actually. Most of them we have investments back in India or gifts from parents or joint accounts from your your parents or your wife or your kids may have. So foreign bank account report is mandatory actually if you are a US person or resident alien in US. Worldwide income is also taxable in US. So you have to report, say you had a foreign bank account and you got some interest. So that is also you need to disclose in US. And F bar ఎవరెవరు ఫైల్ చేయాలంటే the eligibility criteria వచ్చేసి $10,000 or more cumulative balance from all the banks, all the financial instruments. They have to file the FBR, or if they are getting rental income. So చాలా మందికి తెలియదు రెంటల్ ఇన్కమ్ రిపోర్ట్ చేయాలని, బికాస్ ఇట్ కమ్ అండర్ వరల్డ్ వైడ్ ఇన్కమ్ యాక్ట్. సో you have to disclose your rental income and you can claim expenses if you are paying mortgage interest, or if you travel to visit that place to do the improvements or to do some agreements. All the expenses are deductible. Maybe some ratio we can use it because you are visiting the country for your family purpose or your personal purpose. So we have to prorate and take it for the expenses. So coming to the foreign compliance loan, if anybody have or if they own any company more than 10%, if they own, they need to do some other compliance also with the filing. So it's very difficult to understand everybody's situation, but the quick point is you have to disclose worldwide assets in US if the net worth is more than $10,000 or more. And also మీ పేరెంట్స్ ఇండ్లు కానీ లేదు your own investment you had, and if you sold the property, it is taxable back in India as well back in US. Example India ఎందుకు తీసుకుంటే most of we are from India, right? So taxable కానీ there is a foreign tax treaty, so you can there is no double taxation between both the transactions, so we can calculate and reduce the tax burden in US. So it's always better to disclose, or even though there are some dormant accounts, you had some income and you had expenses, you can always utilize them properly and disclose it for IRS tax purpose.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you. Pretty much, I think we are out of the time. So thank you so much, Guru. I think pretty much you covered PPP and general taxation and the foreign compliance. So what is your best suggestion to on all our Mana TV viewers about the PPP loan? Do you have anything specific to tell?
Yeah, first thing is మన self-employed ఎవరైతే if they are not able to utilize or they are not able to apply it, quickly apply for the loan. Tomorrow is the deadline. Mainly, so good faith గా వాడండి funds. Main purpose, the business main purpose is payroll, మీ proper expenses కోసము PPP loan or EIDL loans are meant for, and properly report it and get the maximum benefit and peace of mind. So that's what I can say. Thank you, Mana TV. Thank you, Murali garu. Thank you, Sridhar. So it's a wonderful opportunity. Thanks again, once again.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, wonderful session on the PPP and for taxation. Thank you, Ma TV viewers. Thanks for watching the Ma TV. I think we are done with today. Catch
Good
you
night,
later.
everyone. Yeah.